All right, everybody, welcome back to the senior panel. I'm here with our guests, Griffin, Molly, JH, Elizabeth, and Forrester. And yes, this is the Brady Bunch style video chat. So now, again, not everybody has to answer this, but most of you had a 6-year experience with St. Andrew's Youth Ministry. Some of you had a shortened version, but still a significant amount of time and space inside St. Andrew's Youth Ministry. So let's start with this question. What is your favorite appropriate, just going to preface that, favorite appropriate memory from St. Andrew's Youth Ministry and your time in St. Andrew's Youth Ministry? Your favorite appropriate memory. Feel free to share.
I have inappropriate and appropriate ones.
Just appropriate. Share the appropriate ones.
With the
adults are going to watch this video probably. There is like, and it's going to be on the internet forever at some point. So remember that too.
Griffin, censor yourself.
I think you were there for one of them.
Watch your profanity.
I think that one of the most exciting times at St. Andrew's Youth Ministry was our Carowinds trip, because we went to Carowinds all together, and I had never even ridden on a roller coaster. And I remember rolling up on the bus. I remember looking up at the Fury. I was like, oh, I'm not riding that. And everyone else on the bus like loves roller coasters, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna go on that first. And I was like, I've never ridden a roller coaster. So my first roller coaster was with St. Andrew's Youth Ministry on the Fury, and it was a big one to start with. But
that's a huge one to start with.
Yeah. It was a good time. That was probably one of my best memories.
I think my best one was on the confirmation retreat when we had those like 5 hours, 4 or 5, 6 hours, something like that. And we had the shaving cream war, and we just ran all over the camp.
Oh my gosh.
And Niall was, being Niall about it. And then, what's her name? I think, is it Mary? Elizabeth will know. Mary
Collins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she played tennis. She went to BE.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Mary Collins.
Okay. So she shaving cream and sticky noted Sam the Yam's car.
Sam the Yam.
And it was just
Sam the Yam?
Yeah, he's got red hair.
No,
So
no, this is a second nickname I've learned of Sam. I just think I him as the red potato. I didn't know he was also Sam the Yam. So you're just giving
Sam
more
the Yam,
information.
and Maddie got married, and they're gonna have a yam farm because all of their little kiddos are gonna be redheads. So it's gonna be the yam farm.
This is great information for me to bust out on him. Thank
There's
you.
like a picture.
I've never
anytime,
heard that before.
anytime,
I'm
dude.
gonna crack up here.
Or you can call him sweet potato. That was also in there.
Sweet potato, yeah.
Yeah, sweet potato was prime.
Potato. That was pretty.
There's a edited photo on the old St. Andrew's Instagram, and it's Sam, but it's a picture of a bunch of sweet potatoes cut half, and then there's just a bunch of pictures of Sam all over them.
This is good. This is all good to know.
Great.
I don't think I meant to put this in this video, but
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sam. Our bad.
I'm going to tag him in this video just to make sure he watches
Do
it.
it. Hi, Sam. We miss you. Sorry for bashing you.
Indeed.
One of my favorite memories might have actually been at the same time as Jake's memory, but it was something else. On the confirmation retreat, I went on a hike with Addie Mushif and Anna Johnston, who's also a senior, but she doesn't do youth ministry anymore. And Addie brought her camera, and we were just exploring around Camp Longridge, and it was really fun to just find new places and chat about all we've been learning at the different talks on the confirmation retreat and over the course of confirmation, and just build community.
Long Ridge is a special part in all of our hearts because we went there like 4 times. I love Camp Long Ridge.
Yeah, I was about to say another one. I don't know if it was at the same time. I think it was a different year, but I've been like Griffin just said, we've been there 4 times or so. There was this one time that all the guys got together for the group talk and everything. But one of my favorite memories is we went up to like this top room, and one of the guys, I don't remember who it was, came up with this awesome game.
It's Sam Jones. I don't know what the game is called though.
Yeah.
Love Sam Jones.
But he came up with this awesome game where you throw a ball against the wall and you're trying to hit people, but the ball has to hit the wall.
Yeah.
In order for it
to like come back and hit someone, and if they hit you, then you're like out or something. I don't know. It was really fun, but there was just a lot of banging and.
But we played it in the dark.
And it was even better.
And
yeah.
we would
so fun.
Like strew tables and chairs all over the place, so like you would get pegged and then trip over a chair.
Oh my god.
Well, I think we were trying to use them as like cover, but I don't think it worked.
That was probably the goal. Use it as cover, and it winds into an obstacle course.
100%. And the pitch black dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was quite fun.
And that's when Silas Terman was there too.
Yeah. And Cade.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there?
And
was
Will.
There Will. Too?
Will. Was he still there?
Will you?
Yeah, he was still there.
Yeah.
I remember.
All right, moving the ship right along. I forget, Elizabeth, have you shared your favorite memory?
I have not. Also during confirmation retreat, I think it would just be like we had a nice session one time, and Charlotte was in my confirmation group, and it was like bonding and fun, and it was just like a good time at St. Chris.
Which Charlotte?
Francis.
Aw. So back when you were a leader. That's fun to hear. Okay, so now, again, just open-ended. This doesn't have to be youth ministry specific, St. Andrew specific. This is just an open question for especially those who will be hitting high school in the not-too-distant future. What was your favorite part of high school?
Oof.
So this is not favorite memory, just like favorite general part.
Yep, favorite general part of high school. If somebody asked you the questions, they were getting ready to go into high school, what was your favorite part? How would you answer that?
I really loved like theater programs, and I enjoyed a lot of my teachers. And so like seeing them as people, because if you don't, you could be missing out on a nice relationship.
Yeah, I'd say the relationships that you make during high school, like friendships, and like see how you grow as a person, and like working on yourself, but like also building good people, and you're like having good people in your life is a very good thing.
Yeah.
And surrounding yourself with good people.
Yeah. Mine's really similar to that. Like how new people and new experiences allowed for me to sort of become a new person, or just like change in general.
I mean, so I really have 2. So one of them is all of the relationships and building those relationships with people unlike yourself that don't have your same experiences, so that you can learn something from the people. Because the fact of the matter is that you're going to end up learning more about yourself and about how other people act and how to build relationships in high school than you will sitting in the classroom. Because even sitting in the classroom, you're still going to have those experiences and stuff with people different than yourself. But another more literal thing was at Wando, if you walk into the cafeteria and you go all the way to the end of the lunch lines, the fries in that line slap. They're so good. Like, oh my gosh. I just can't even describe to you. I mean, you go get yourself 6 chicken nuggets and a double fry. Put some Parmesan on that bad boy. Oh, that's the lunch of champions.
To this day, one of the best meals I've ever had is the teriyaki chicken at the Asian line.
True that. True story.
Get like triple teriyaki in that thing. It is amazing.
This is
Listen, y'all.
This high school food court I've ever heard of.
Don't even listen. Middle school and elementary school lunch lines do not do it justice. Wando's lunch line in the main building is like actually gourmet food. Like we are spoiled.
You have
It's
to get
it's a little taste of college life, you could say.
I don't know.
For real.
Food isn't that good.
I don't know.
the right thing. Like if you just
I wouldn't know. I don't go to Wano.
not the best.
All right. So what now, on the flip side of this, what is your least favorite part of high school? And I'm not thinking tests or anything along those lines. Like what was your least favorite part of high school that you will like, as you think about that maybe you want to warn an incoming student about?
Something sorry.
There you go.
Okay. Something that I learned that I didn't really know for like till recently is just like a lot of things are not near as important as they seem. Like, I don't know. There was a lot of drama and stuff that went down, and it's really just not important for the most part. And like, I don't know. Yeah, just realizing that it isn't the end of the world.
Don't ruin a friendship over something stupid.
Yeah. That's like kind of what I was gonna say.
I have younger siblings, so I know exactly what kind of story evolves from that.
I would just say, like, obviously school is very important, but don't, like, obviously take it seriously and try your hardest, but don't like push yourself too much to the point where you don't have fun, because you only get one childhood, and it's like getting a bad grade on a test is not the end of the world. I mean, you can always come back from things like that. Obviously try in high school, but you also want to balance on having fun, having a good time, and enjoying your childhood while you have it.
And one thing I
This
thought
is no, you go. So what I was going to say is that this is probably the only 4 years that you're totally under the wing of your parents still, but they also start to let you have more freedom. So don't abuse the freedom or else they'll take it back for the most part. But also, like, learn where you can push yourself and how you can improve yourself instead of just sitting around being a lazy bum. And, you know, just get your head out of the book sometimes. Live a little.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Molly. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that you can't, like, count on just being in school with people to foster, like, friendships. Because I thought that was different from middle school, because I would be with, like, people all the time, like the same people. But then there's so many people at Wanda that you're probably not going to be in that many classes with the same person. And you're probably not going to be in many classes with people that you're already friends with when you start high school, if you go to Wanda. And so I think pushing yourself to meet new people, and like Jay said, people that are different from you is good. And then also, like, choosing your friends carefully. You want to surround yourself with people that you want to be like, people that are wise. And if you already have some of those, because those are hard people to come by, then hang on to them.
Yeah, I would say something along the same lines, but one of the things that I've learned over the 4 years of high school is, like, always do more. And, like, one of the things I was going to say before was, like, if you get to know your teachers like really well, to a point where you know, you can talk with them personally about whatever it is, then you'll feel more, what's the word?
At ease?
Yeah, I guess at ease, or you'll be willing to do some assignments and put more effort into it than you probably would if you just think of them, oh, it's a grumpy old teacher, I'm not going to do that. You know, and I think that one of the mistakes I made was toward the beginning of high school in 9th grade. I was like, I wasn't really putting too much effort into a couple. You know, well, actually, it was before. A little into the end of 8th grade up until the beginning of 9th grade, and then I realized, you know, oh snap, I need to put some more effort into, you know, whatever these assignments require of me. So just be aware that it's just something I would think of. Be aware that if you do a little more, it'll definitely help you out in the end result.
Perfect. So let's go.
Can I add something real quick?
Yes, and then we'll go rapid fire for the next handful.
Okay, so this is like the most cliche thing, and you see it all over the place, and your parents are probably writing you about it anyways. But I'm just going to say it again because it really is like a big thing that happens in high school. So people are getting to the age that they're figuring out sneaky ways to get things that they probably shouldn't have, as in like drugs and alcohol and stuff. And guys, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. I know people that haven't gotten into colleges because on their record they have alcohol abuse, underage drinking, underage possession. I know people that have had to go to rehab for years because it sounds so stupid, and I'm never going to do that. But just seriously think about what you're willing to give up when you start that train, because once you start, it's real hard to stop. That's my dad moment of the day.
It's a good dad moment. So now, rapid fire. So one sentence, no more. One sentence. What is going to be the thing you will miss the most about high school?
Hanging out in the parking lot after school. It was fun. I miss my friends. Or like that. Yeah, that's what I've been missing during quarantine.
Just the relationships I have with people that are going to like different schools.
The time with my family, like the many walks and bike rides and such with my mom and the rest of my family.
I mean, this is going to sound like really terrible, but I have such a bad case of senioritis, and I'm so ready to go to college. I've totally come to peace with, okay, I'm not going to see 90% of the people from high school ever again, or I'm not going to live full time with my family again. Or, like, all of the stuff that people normally get caught up on, I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
I'm not mad high school's over.
I'm not upset.
Yeah. I'd say, in one sentence, I'd say, just being able to relate with teachers, classmates, or other people in high school.
All right, rapid fire still. This is an either or, so you can take your pick. What either excites you the most or scares you the most about the next season?
I'm excited about getting to meet a lot of new friends and getting to know the family that lives in the town that I'm planning to go to college in.
I'm like excited, but also like I'm scared, but it's like the good kind of scared. Like I'm like ready for it, and I know I'm ready for it, but obviously like it's gonna be new for everyone here. But, like I'm so pumped to like not grow up, but like go on and experience like new thing, like what else life has.
I don't think I could be more excited to dive into the deep end of like head first into everything they call it, like being independent, studying in my major and learning more in depth about the thing that I love to learn about, and jumping into the Army and doing all the training and all the physical stuff, and then hanging out with new college friends and doing all of the stupid college stuff, and just all of it. I could not be more excited.
I'm excited to change as a whole, like because of new people.
I'm excited about I guess you could say the independence and the, the like just personal agenda that you can kind of make yourself. I mean, besides classes, but I'm kind of edgy about maybe future rent or future I guess the word is tax.
Yeah.
You don't like the growing up part of growing up.
Adulting, Forrester, is the word. Adulting. All right, so that's the perfect place to hit pause on video number 3, and then we'll be